Welcome back to another episode of the Energetic Shift podcast. Today, if you're watching this, you'll actually see that I am not in the podcast studio. I'm just literally sat on my sofa, and I raw dogging this, which is quite apt actually, because what I want to talk to you about today is something very. I've just literally set it up today. I've just been inspired today on a whim, spontaneously, and it's come from lots of thinking, lots of little light bulb moments, and just lots of experience over the years with not only my own fears and preconceived ideas and judgment, but also from the people that I am surrounded with in business. I've set up a new account on Instagram called the Raw Dogging account, the Raw Dog account, and it's basically raw dogging my content. So the amount of women that I'm surrounded with, and like I said, including myself, that are so scared to show up online. Now, there's different levels of that. How scared they are, or there's different levels of that fear of showing up in one way, shape, or another. And some people, it's just they don't like the way that they look. Some people, they don't know what to say. Some people, it's all of it. Some people, they're worried about what they're dressed like, what they sound like, what's in their background, what they've got a spot on their face, their hair's not a mess, whatever. And listen, I'm going to tell you all of the things that I fear. I do still show up anyway, but I have found little tweaks along the way which have helped me, right? Like a filter on Instagram, or making sure that my background is nice and aesthetically pleasing. And listen, like I sit on the fence with that. Like we it's good to make an effort, and it's good to make yourself look and feel better, because that helps your energy. And from an energetic point of view, that's absolutely imperative, but not all the time. And the amount of times that we have so many amazing things to say and things to share, and how we can inspire people and motivate people, and really support other people, but we don't want to press record, or we don't want to show up because we're not dressed in the right clothes, or our face doesn't look the same, or our energy is just not quite right. And actually, people still need to fucking hear and see that anyway, and we're stopping ourselves. And so over the years, the articulation thing for me has been a big thing. Like I'm scared that I don't, or I worry that I don't articulate myself properly. I feel like I say ums and ahs, and and I'm not going to edit this podcast, by the way, neither. So there was going to be a hell of a lot more ums, ahs in this, and me going around the houses a little bit that I would usually cut out. I'm not going to do that, for the simple fact that it's proving my point, right? And when we're live in person, and it come from this, right? So even now, like, I'm judging myself, going, fucking hell, Danielle, you're jumping from here, there, and everywhere, right? Round off the point before you move on to another one. And this is one of my biggest judgments of myself: the articulation, the succinctness, the getting to the point. I feel like I don't do it well enough, but actually in real life, I can't filter that out. I can't edit it or move it around in a podcast studio, or I can't edit it in CapCut. I can't remove the ums and the ahs. I literally am just talking live, and it's come after a real big realization of how successful my in-person offers work is, basically. So when people meet me in person, so it's obviously not just my energy, it's everything else that comes along with me: the way that I talk, what I say, how I say it, and potentially what I look like, right? So she just looks like a normal down to earth person who talks like a northerner, right? And I actually love northerners, or whatever it is. It doesn't really matter. But my in-person success is huge, and I've never been able to articulate myself the same way online. And it dawned on me, like, it's because I'm fucking filtering it. I am filtering it by editing and removing and adding and re-recording. And the amount of times that I have sat and re-recorded a 15-second fucking story slide is beyond me, girls. Like, it's absolutely beyond me. And I think to myself, I know I have got amazing things to say. I know what I have to say people want to listen to. And I've been in business for 12 years and I've been a successful coach for 6 of those, right? In my own name. So Danielle Hobson Coaching has been around for 6 years and I literally am successful with all of my experience, knowledge, insight, perspective, skills, talent, gifts, whatever you want to call it. Like, I know I help people. I know that I've got some amazing things to say. I know people need to hear what is in my mind. I know that now. I've got utter belief of that. And I know that there are so many more women out there that feel exactly the same, that they could benefit other people's lives by sharing what they, but you can't do that in real life. You can't hit this exact same amount of people as you can in the online space. So we do need the online world. We do need the online space. We absolutely do, because we can collapse time that way, because we can hit so many more people in less time and effort, with less time and effort. However, for some fucking strange reason, we have this inner critic and inner judgment that stops us from being the exact same person online as offline. And it comes from the whole, those gurus out there that tell you need to, you know, catch them in 3 seconds. You've got 3 seconds to hook people in. And I tell you something now, right? There is an audience for everybody. And this, as I am talking to you now, this is me taking my own advice, right? This is me sharing vulnerably the way that I felt, and I'm talking to myself as well as you guys, right? There is an audience for everybody. And if at the stage in the season that you're at in your career, life, business, online presence, marketing ability, whatever, is that you cannot communicate or get your point across in 3 seconds, there's an audience for that season that you're in, right? That they need a little bit more context, that they need to watch a little bit longer, that they need to feel into your video a little bit longer before they understand who you are, before they buy from you, right? I know we live in a world that requires, fast action and movement. And I know that we live in a world that convenience and quickness is a thing. But also, there is a world still that slowness exists, that deepness exists, that people need a bit more context. And I guarantee you, the more you do something, the more you just post anyway, the more you just get online anyway, the more you just press play anyway or record anyway, the more you just show up and be seen anyway, the easier and the quicker you're going to learn better skills, that your talking will become easier. You'll learn skills around potentially editing maybe one day again, like or succincting your point quicker, or articulating yourself better. You'll learn how to do that the more you do it. And because there is even though we go, okay, well, I've been talking all my life, Danielle, and why am I not, why do I still go around the houses in real life? That's just who you fucking are, right? But also, and again, I'm talking to myself here, but also there's something very, very weird that happens when you put a phone in front of somebody's face or a camera in front of somebody's face, right? I am talking from my own experience also. Talking to another human being in real life about the same thing as you're talking to a camera about, there's nobody there, is very different. The energy that happens inside you, what happens in your body, your mind, your presence, your energy is very different than when you're talking to somebody in real life and when you're talking to somebody online. Two completely different energies. And that's the thing that we need to get over. So I created the new account called the Raw Dog account, and I'm literally just going to press record and go. I'm going to go live a lot on there. I'm going to press record and just post. I'm not going to edit. I'm not going to put a filter on. I'm not going to do anything. I have actually posted a few videos already today because my mind is at it. And when I feel like this, I'm going to go for it. I have posted already a few times. I've put captions on there, but it's not working. It's not working. The captions were on. I press go. You can see the captions in the still. The second you press play, the captions don't come up, right? If I'd have done that on my normal account, my Danielle Hobson account, I literally would have deleted that and started again and reposted it, or not posted it until captions were working again. And that's a filter. And that itself is a filter. Oh, it has to look like this. And I am going to try on this Raw Dogged account to share very real, raw, and open vulnerabilities of my own, as well as inspire, hopefully, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of people to just press play anyway. I'm hoping I don't. I'm hoping I don't attract people with the little sexual innuendo of the raw dogging, because obviously ChatGPT does tell me this. This is. I was like, what? There is an innuendo to this, and I could not for the life of me think of it. And it is actually no condom, having sex with no condom. So we're raw dogging it. I'm hoping I don't attract the wrong side of the internet with this, but we are gonna go with, again. I could have deleted that and started again and called it something else. I am not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm going to remove all of these filters, the things that would stop me from posting or change what I'm posting or edit what I'm posting. I'm going to remove all of it. So if you are new here, or if you just found me, or or you've been around a while and you haven't seen the account yet, then the Raw Dog account, that's the username. I'll put the link below in the show notes for you to have a little look. But I would love for you to come and give me some energy over there. And the whole point is it like this, I really just want to help other people feel the fear and do it anyway. And I know that you guys might be thinking here, like, Danielle, this is not, you show up online all the time, you do the things, and I do, right? I do it anyway. But I've got so many more, I put so many filters in place for me to be happy with. And you don't see the amount of things that I do record, re-record, don't post. You just see the finished article. And I want to try and get away from that for a little bit. Obviously on my business account, the Danielle Hobson account, that might look a little bit different. It's got a whole different energy over there. I am most definitely going to start, just talking more over there, which I have already started to do anyway. And I have started to implement what I'm learning and what I'm building confidence wise, over there. But the main account has got a different energy to it, and it's just literally to inspire and motivate. There's no like monetization over there. There's no business over there. It's just literally what I'm calling a therapy account for now. So I would love for you to come and support me if if you're okay with doing this, but also I'd love for you to come and be inspired if you're also sitting there listening to this thinking that's me, like the amount of filters I put in place before I actually am happy with this going out to the big bad wide world, right? So yeah, this is, and I think I'm hoping this is the quickest way we attract the right people into our world. In fact, I know that's how we do it, right? That's how we do it in real life. We walk into a room in real life with no filter, and the people that feel our energy and want to be around us are gravitated towards us, and the other ones don't. They're like, oh yeah, she's not for me, and you don't see them again, or you don't interact with them, or you don't do whatever. I want to create that in the online space. So click the link in the show notes, and I will see you over at the Raw Dog account.